Hi, and welcome to the RCN Rocket Chief. The weather's been less than ideal here on the east coast of Canada, and of course there are storm clouds of all kinds brewing all over the world, so it's kind of hard to work up the energy to get things together and get out to the field those little windows when the weather is decent. So I thought today I would discuss how I get some of those pad shots like the one you just saw, which is pretty cool, and maybe this one that helps with some troubleshooting.
2, 1, launch. Spins on the way up. There goes an Apogee. I got a nice long delay on it, about a C65. There it is there. We can see the engine coming down here. No, that's the rocket. Coming down there. Very close by. And there comes the engine. Great flight.
So to get that kind of a shot, there was a couple of small things to overcome. One, I was using these small cube cams that I've been using for going up, for example, in some rockets, and I'll put a link here and down in the doobly-doo to link for some of those onboard rocket shots. But also there was kind of an unexpected problem when I clipped the camera directly to the pad. So let's take a look.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Flight, a little bit of spinning. We'll see the deployment.
That worked out pretty well, except for, of course, the obvious little trip that the camera took when it was blowing off the pad. But that had a pretty straightforward answer. I got a self-tapping screw and just took the mount and drilled it directly to the side of the pad and got some pretty good results doing that.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Nice.
Well, it was pretty good, but as you saw, it was way too close and really didn't get the kind of video that I liked. So the problem, of course, is that because of the way the camera is designed, you can't actually see anything until you get it back to the rocket lab and determine what you've got. So a little bit of messing around was able to get what I think was a pretty good angle. Oh, maybe not. Let's try another one. So that was pretty good. Lots of work as well to try and get the place where the launch lug would stop the rocket on my longer than standard rod. And so I think we got it right. And of course, like anything else, now that I've got it working right, there's going to be a problem.
No, I don't have a camera. No, I don't have a camera. Okay. I got a camera on the launch pad. Yeah, oh yeah. This is the classic Estes Kit Spitfire on a C67 with about an 18-inch streamer. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. And boy, does it ever go. Wow. Nice flight. There she comes. That long delay should put it clear to the ground. There's the streamer deploying, and it's drifting and drifting, and maybe got a bad feeling about it. Looks like we're going to be taking a quick look for that one. Oh, it suddenly decided to take a bit of a, no, it's going to be on the field, the second field for sure, guaranteed. Awesome. Nice flight.
So soon after that particular video, the camera and the other ones that I had died for various number of reasons, not the least of which is that it didn't cost much to begin with. But I did have an alternative solution that now that I was not so afraid of putting things close to the pad, I had an old phone that I was willing to try to see how that worked out.
3, 2, 1, launch. Perfect shot.
So that was okay, but the answer was pretty simple. You can certainly place it to the landscape orientation. I use an elastic band just to hold it all in place. And of course, with the reverse camera thing, depending on the glare, you can usually see what you're gonna get captured in frame, so it works out pretty well. And an old camera like this one, this is a Galaxy 3. I've seen them used for about 50 bucks. So for a couple of these, you can get one of those. I would recommend getting one of those. It's certainly easier to use, and once you get a little bit of stuff on the lens, it just wipes off. So it worked out pretty well.
One launch. Nice flight. Straight up, a little bit of spinning, chute coming out. Didn't quite deploy correctly. It's a bit of a drogue. That's fine. Probably a little too chilly for it, even though I did coat it in talcum powder. Great flight.
So let's see what we can learn from looking at this from our pad. Here we can start to see that the igniters are smoking, maybe a little more from the one closest to the camera. The igniters are obviously continuing to ignite here, and then we're going to get an ignition of the engine closest to the camera, and then that fraction of a second later, the one farthest on, and now we get a liftoff, demonstrating that both igniters do not fire at exactly the same time.
So I'm hoping the weather gets better soon, and the kind of dark funk that I've settled into clears up with it. I was up at Odart Stupid this morning for, well, if you know, you know. I'm going to leave a link to a video that kind of describes a lot of things that I've been thinking about. So please, take a look, carry on.